I need a high school diploma. I never got one.
You don't need one.
It's a whole principle thing with me now. I'm smart.
You don't really
I was passed over for a diploma. I'm smart and I was passed over.
Then go to gym.
I know.
That's all you needed was to go to gym.
Who wanted to go to gym?
The worst.
No, I would rather.
The worst excuse for not getting a high school diploma. You didn't get one because you didn't go to gym.
I didn't go to gym.
You went to all the other classes that meant something. Gym was a waste of time.
Hated gym.
What did gym accomplish?
Nothing. It was stupid unless there was they were opening up that accordion and exposing us to the girls' side for some intersexual activity like square dancing when we were kids, or what was the other? Wasn't there something else that the girls and boys did together, like the presidential physical fitness test?
No, we did that separately.
We did that separate?
That the only time was when you did the square dancing.
Square dancing.
Which, by the way, have you ever square danced again?
No, and I don't think they do that anymore.
Another thing they did in school that was a complete waste of time.
Yes. What about crab soccer?
Crab soccer was the fucking best.
Did they do crab soccer with the girls?
Yes, they did.
Oh, and you could look up their pant legs?
Yes, you could.
Of course
see their
you can.
vaginas.
And see their crustaceans.
Everything I learned about the female anatomy, I learned playing crab soccer.
Crabs from crab soccer?
Old crab soccer.
God, when that big wall opened up, it was like fucking. I swear to you, it was like a science fiction movie,
right?
With this big monolith opening, and you heard holy music playing,
right?
Oh yeah, and there were girls. There were girls on the other side, and they were dressed in their gym uniforms, little shorts and T-shirts.
And then the gym teacher said one day, hey, we could look up all their shorts.
Oh,
we should invent a game.
Crab soccer.
It's our old bit. Danny's onto something, but the fucking gym teachers were all the pervs, and they would come up with shit. Why did we need to climb ropes in gym class?
Yeah, the rope thing.
And why did the gym teacher need to be the guy that held the rope at the bottom?
So you could see your
figure it out finally.
Your young, smooth scrot.
Right. Figure all that shit out.
Chicks playing volleyball for 45 minutes. It's just like...
Dude, at Harborfields High School, I'll say it again, the fucking gym teacher's office was right in the locker room.
Yeah, all their offices were in the locker room.
And that's when I finally realized what a lesbian was.
It's a female gym teacher.
She was a lesbian.
Yeah.
And her office, it was a glass office, was in the locker room.
Yeah.
Is that the greatest job ever?
It's just a treat
I
for
say
her.
yes.
It's a treat.
You think our jobs are great? I want to be a lesbian gym teacher at Harborfields High School.
Sitting in a glass office in the middle of a locker room.
Right. With 16, 17, and 18-year-olds
girls
getting naked in front of you.
Naked.
Holy shit.
It could be the best thing ever.
You tell me a better job in America.
And she just loves them up.
I would love to say we have the best job in America.
At a junior high school.
Yeah.
I am telling you, unless they changed it, that was the situation at Harborfields High School. And the only reason we knew was because of the hole in the wall in the coach's office where we got to see into the locker room.
Spiky dykey hairdo.
I'm sure they covered up that hole years ago because I've been out of school a while now.
Yeah.
But the fucking office was right in the middle of the locker room.
Great.
You got to be shitting me.
Yeah, that would be amazing for a lesbian.
Do you think she ever called in sick?
Never. Do you think? Imagine the fantasy she was able to have while her dyke fucking girlfriend licked her out. She's just dreaming about the homecoming queen's bush.
She never retired. They probably had to drag her out of there, and she
force her out,
kicking and screaming at 70 years old. Like, I still have 5 more years. I know I can do this.
Imagine how jealous they are, the ones these days, because of digital cameras and everything like that.
Right.
Back then, you couldn't.
Do you think her panties shattered every day when she took them off?
Drop them on the floor,
the glass.
Can you imagine? You wake up as the lesbian gym teacher.
Yeah.
With a pep in your step, you can't wait to get to school.
Another day, another dollar.
Just set up in your glass office and wait for the fucking girls to come in to change for gym class.
Looking around.
Holy shit.
I'd just be on a rotating seat, just spinning like a radar. Like a radar dish.
So that's why they had 0 period gym. They just you couldn't wait. You just woke up, it was like, I gotta go to work now!
I'm in!
And look, we were too young to understand that there could be gay people among you, homosexuals, lesbians, all that. Yeah. I didn't know half that shit when I was growing up. But the principal must have knew.
Oh, yeah, they were all goofing on her, probably, on the lesbian gym teacher.
You think and and he wasn't allowed in the women's locker room.
No,
but the lesbian teacher certainly was. Holy shit!
You ever do any extracurricular activities, and then you're in school and you're able to, after school hours, go into the girls' locker room, and just standing in there was boner inducing? Just standing there.
But you could even go a step lower than that. Just going into the girls' bathroom.
Right.
At a high school was like
boner inducing. Because you knew the girls that were hot and they were using it, and the mirrors saw them naked.
Right.
The mirrors saw them naked.
You're so
right.
It
was fantastically sexual.
It was such a turn on, and there wasn't a woman in sight. It was just you would sneak in the women's bathroom just to check it out real fast.
Filthy urinals in there.
You felt just dirty.
Oh, it was great. You just looked at the toilet seats and knew the quality of twat that was sitting down on that bowl.
Here we go. Here's the bit. We do it every once in a while, but Phil in Buffalo, here we go.
Phil?
Go ahead, Phil.
Yes. Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning, Phil.
7th, 8th, and 9th grade in our junior high, we used to have to swim nude, the whole class.
Now, we heard about this.
What?
No bathing suits. All the guys used to line up, and you'd shower, and then you had to go walk into the pool. It was like a freaking prison camp.
Sounds like fucking...
And who came up with that rule, and why?
We used to have to take diving naked.
Gym teacher, gay gayman.
Gay gayman.
Faggerman. It was.
You used to have to stand on the end of the diving board and bounce up and down.
Yes.
Nothing more fun than water polo naked, and the guys would grab your head.
And you would think that Phil's doing this to get on the radio. I'm telling you, we could get another 10 of these in a second.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this about?
I remember this. People said this.
The law.
Well, now it is. I don't think they're doing it anymore.
No way.
They got away with murder when we were growing up.
Now, Anthony, did you have to do that when you were young?
Never. I wouldn't take my clothes off for shit. I used to get and the reason I failed gym a lot was because I would just wear my jeans and shit, and I would be in the gym wearing jeans because I didn't even want to change into my shorts. I was all scared.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, man. Hey, if we're talking about school, hopefully one of the guys can find it. I forgot what paper it was in. I think it was, I want to say the Sunday papers. There's a great lesbian teacher story.
Ooh.
Two teachers going at it in a room upstairs while there was one of those assemblies going on.
An assembly?
An assembly was going on downstairs, and a guy walked into a dark classroom to see these two teachers going at it.
Was it the janitor guy that walked in?
No, there's a new one.
Oh, it's a new story?
And then the one teacher said that she was helping the other teacher out because she was having some diabetic thing happen.
Yeah, you got to lick their pussy when they're
and that's what the guy's saying. Is like her legs were up in the air and the other teacher's head was between the legs.
She was testing her blood sugar. You got to test and see how
found it already?
How sweet her pussy is.
Read this, Anthony, nice and slow.
Lesbian trice.
Could you get bigger font? Because I want to enjoy the reading.
Oh, look at the two of them, too.
Yeah, they're pretty hot.
Was just getting a sexy insulin shot is the headline.
Yeah.
We're looking at a girl. One is Asian, I believe.
A little bit
Asian-ish looking. And the other one is just a kind of a girl next door looking...
Sure.
Nice. They both look in shape.
Yeah,
trim.
They look... they're like lipstick lesbians.
Yeah.
Not the dykey kind.
Not that crazy one. Let me see.
James Madison High School.
Yes. James Madison High School teacher Alini Brito was fired last week for allegedly having sex with a coworker, Cindy Morrow. In an empty classroom in November 2009, a janitor caught them with their pants down and tops off. But Brito said it wasn't sex. It was a medical emergency. Brito claims she was a diabetic and invited Morrow upstairs to, quote, check her blood sugar and give her, I was kidding when I said that, and give her an insulin shot. We've totally seen this movie before. Once upstairs, Brito claims she felt weak and laid down on the floor. She also took off her sweater to use as a pillow. And Morrow but a chair under Brito's legs to aid her circulation.
I guess that's put. I guess they fucked up. Morrow put a chair under Brito's legs
to aid her circulation. Morrow claims she was fully clothed at the time, and the room was dark, so the janitor could have just let his imagination run wild. However, school safety officer Ruth Reyes, who saw the scene, now I'm sure Ruth Reyes isn't a lipstick lesbian.
Ruth Reyes is the buzzkill in the story.
She saw the scene, and she claims Brito was naked on the floor. And I saw the blonde between her legs, and when I opened the door, she looked up and told me, "Shut the door." Despite the testimony, state arbitrator Mary Krangle,
another buzzkill,
ruled that, quote, there is no possible medical non-sexual assistance that a partially naked person could possibly be rendering to another naked person in the position described.
Wait, can you read that again, please?
Despite the testimony, state arbitrator Mary Krangle ruled that, quote, there is no possible medical non-sexual assistance that a partially naked person could possibly be rendering to another naked person in the position described.
Boo!
What was the final line in that story? Nothing? Okay.
That she probably just had a case of hysteria. Maybe it was just medical and sexual. Whatever.
Is that a hot story?
As fucking hot until fucking old Krangle got in there. And
good old Krangle.
Reyes.
Thanks, Krangle.
Wow.
Yeah, and they're pretty good looking. Here, I got it.
Hot story.
I gotta go to the. Oh, please, did he hang up? Okay, good. Let's go to Stu in Detroit. Stu, because people are shocked. They're like, "There's no way a school would allow kids to swim and dive naked." But there was a time.
Yeah.
That this shit was happening. I think they cleaned up the schools a little bit, but you go back a little bit, and you'll get a lot of these stories.
Please,
Stu, go ahead.
Well, when I went to Detroit High School back in the late '60s, we had pool once a week, and it was always mandatory. And you couldn't wear anything in the pool. It was always naked. You had 50 or 60 guys in the pool with this old clown gym teacher sitting on a diving board. Watching all this stuff, didn't even want us to practice life-saving techniques. So all these young guys putting their hands on their arms and backs, spreading
it's just a
around.
Fucking
what? You're 15 years old. You don't know what the hell's going on.
Why did you have to practice life-saving techniques naked in a pool?
There's no reason.
While the teacher's on a diving board getting the perfect angle at your young supple butts.
Absolutely. I mean,
swimming back and forth.
Yeah, all the smart guys came in with a doctor's excuse why they couldn't go in the pool, but the rest of us didn't know. We would wind up every Wednesday.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
They're not doing it now, but for 4 years we had to do that.
I got to talk about what else is hot. Not only naked boys in the pool. Have you seen these commercials for online school where the girls are like, you could study in your pajamas?
Yeah.
And it's these hot-looking little college chicks dressed in like boy shorts and little fucking shirts and talking about how they're getting their education in their pajamas online. It is jack-off material, my friend. Jack-off material.
You saw that commercial, and I saw the one where they got the guys talking about how, not only can you get HIV, you can get anal cancer. Have you seen those yet?
I posted a picture of the anal cancer one last night.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
And then I posted the other one with the old broad talking about her reverse mortgage. And she's the old broad with the red sweater and the giant tits.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Have you seen her?
No.
Holy shit.
I got to see that one, too.
Yeah. Giant ass tits.
They're getting out of control with the commercials. This guy wants to share a gay high school wrestling moment with everybody.
Gay high school, and of course any wrestling,
and of course Buffalo again. I know you guys have long winters, but what the fuck? Put your clothes on. Go ahead, Scott.
What's up, boys?
Hey,
hey, prepare your gay wrestling jokes, by the way. Big high school wrestling tournament. Everybody's freaking naked. About 100 guys in a small gym getting ready to weigh in. Of course, everybody's within a quarter pound of making weight, and it's dead silent because nobody's eaten in about 3 days, and all of a sudden you hear a guy scream, he's got a boner. and everybody freaking just gravitates to the side of the freaking gym, and guys scrambling for their clothes because you're afraid this guy's just going to attack you.
He's got a boner.
Yeah.
They yelled it like he's got a grenade.
He's
got a boner!
Well, it's just
scrambling.
It's just as dangerous.
If everyone's naked, it's just as dangerous.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, and for 2 days straight...
Does someone have to jump on the boner to save everybody else?
Somebody jumped on... Kowalski jumped on the boner. We lost Kowalski.
Krangle wouldn't have jumped on the boner.
Jump on that boner.
I have a feeling that Krangle doesn't like boners.
Krangle.
That buzzkill. Well, there you go, Scott. That's a wonderful story.
That move that we were talking about, that move that was in the news, that wrestling move where you shove your finger up the guy's ass, right in his asshole as you're wrestling with him.
Yeah, we learned that, right?
Yeah.
On a past show.
I didn't get that one.
All right, let's go to Atlanta. This is happening all over the place. I love this bit. I know we do this from time to time, but it's worth it every time. Michael, Atlanta, what do you got?
Yeah, and I got you beat on the square dancing. We run out of girls, so they failed us because we wouldn't square dance with guys.
Oh, you can't square dance with the guys.
Wait, so if there wasn't enough women, they forced you to do square dancing with a guy?
Well, yeah, my class only had like 3 or 4 girls, and it was like 19, 20 guys. So you'd have to square dance with guys. And me and my buddy, we went up to the seat.
I hate to tell you this, but square dancing isn't that important.
How do you promenade with a guy?
Right.
I don't want to do-si-do with a homie mo. Ew. That was such a bad one.
It's like, well, all right. Just for the hell of it. Yeah, the sex with a student. We've done that. This is more about.
We've done that.
This is more about the fucking uncomfortable. Why do I have to be naked swimming in front of you stories? Somebody in Jersey. What's your name, sir?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hi.
It's Scott from Jersey.
All right, what do you got, bro?
I got another moment in high school about wrestling. Our one friend, I won't say his name, but he was one of these uncomfortable kids who liked to make things very fucking weird for people. So when he was wrestling, we were all in the crowd one day. He looks up at us while the kid he's wrestling is on his stomach and takes his 2 fingers and holds them up and looks at us and puts them right up the kid's ass.
Like he presented his fingers first?
Well,
I swear to fucking God,
like, ta-da.
man. And we all just start cracking up. This kid also used to purposely try to get boners before he went into the shower during wrestling, just to make people uncomfortable.
No, that segs into one of our greatest bits ever. Gay or funny.
Gay or funny?
Forcibly getting boners to go back in the locker room and shower after wrestling matches. Is that gay or funny?
I think that's a rare case of both. The guy was gay.
Okay.
But he decided, look, I could make this funny.
I might as well, yeah.
Yeah, I'll make this funny.
Wow, okay.
So, yeah.
The kid's probably actually listening right now, so I hope he doesn't recognize it.
One big thumbs up for that guy. All right.
I'm pretty sure he's going to recognize it if he's listening. How many other kids in your high school
presented their fingers,
fucking rammed him up another kid's ass and got boners in the locker room? I'm pretty sure the cat's out of the bag now.
Where was Krangle when this was happening?
Krangle should have been on the case.
I so hate the name Krangle now.
Krangle.
Fucking ruining that lesbian story.
Oh, man. The square dancing thing was so fucking sexual. So sexual. They didn't understand the fucking fury that put in your fucking pants.
How many guys ran to the locker room stalls or whatever, bathroom stalls, and just whacked it?
When we were doing the square dancing, it was kind of at that age, just before you started jerking off and shit. Like it was just, you knew something was really sexy about what you were doing with these girls. You wouldn't get the opportunity to touch another girl.
Of course not.
And then they throw you together, and you're like, you have your hand around, there's one like square dancing move where you'd have your hand around her waist, and she'd have her hand around your waist, and you're holding hands in front, and you'd have to do some dumb fucking, move like that. And then your hand is like on her shoulder and on her waist, and you're touching her, And this is the first time you're actually touching another girl besides your mom or your sister or some shit.
And going with something you've said many times on the show, for that age, that was hardcore sex.
That was sex.
That was just as good as having crazy sex right now.
I remember, like, my heart started beating so hard. My palms were sweating. I was doing the erratic fucking breathing thing. I swear to God, I was so fucking horned up
and that was
from just touching a girl.
And that was grammar school, so it was like 11 or 12 years old. Yeah. I remember it.
Yep.
Washington Drive School. I'm going local today.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
You'd get on the line across from the girls and trade off. You'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4. You'd count like 1, 2, 3, 4. Who am I partnered up with? And then you count another guy. One of the guys. You're like, dude, could you switch off with me? I want to get her.
But they were doing the same shit to us too.
Yeah. No wonder the girl always moved whenever I moved into position. It was like fucking some kind of weird football lineup.
And I bloomed late,
She's calling audibles.
She's calling,
of course.
My fucking, the girl across from me's calling audibles. What the fuck? Stay lined up, you bitch. I want to touch you.
I bloomed so late. I watched the girls fucking moving around, so they didn't get me.
They didn't want you?
Oh, fuck no.
Yeah.
I fucking hit puberty a little too late.
I got in
for
good
all that shit.
I got in good with my sense of humor, but it didn't pull off getting the girls at square dancing. No. I wound up getting this girl that was the head of the itty bitty titty committee.
Really?
Yeah, she was a real skinny thing, and
I always got the
Pam. Her name was Pam.
I always got the smart girl with morals.
Morals?
Yeah.
Like all the girls kind of had morals back then. We got fucked over. Now girls will fucking suck your dick right there in school. Trust me.
Trust me, Jesus Christ. All right, well.
Blowjobs. You couldn't bring up blowjob.
Hell no.
Holy shit. I remember the first time I tried to broach the subject of a girl perhaps giving me a blowjob, and it was after sex. It was after we had intercourse.
And she thought you were crazy, right? Because that was going...
She kind of was like, well, I want to, but I don't know how to do it. And then her friend, her best friend, this other girl that I knew and shit, wound up telling me, she goes, yeah, she came to me and asked, like, should I practice on a banana? Like, so she kind of wanted to get it right. I got to give her, credit for that.
Mm-hmm.
But it had to be 2 months after we had sex that she decided, she would give it a try. Give it the old college try, the old high school try of giving me a little oral.
Was it a nightmare?
No. Any time your penis was in a girl's mouth at that age was good. I
remember one time in Geneseo.
How old were you? That's college.
Yeah, but I'm talking about a time that it was a complete nightmare.
Yeah, but I'm
talking about where this girl had no fucking clue and the teeth were involved to the point it was ridiculously uncomfortable.
Right,
but
I know. Yeah.
Following your lead there, you're like, well, fuck, it's still in her mouth.
Yeah.
So you keep going with it.
Yeah.
It was a fucking nightmare.
See, but I'm talking high school. I'm talking like 15, 16 years old.
We were on different levels. I didn't even get close to any action in high school.
See, because by that age...
I got nothing in high school.
By that age, you can say, like, all right, it's a blowjob. It's good because it's a blowjob, but she's doing it pretty poorly and it's kind of hurting and stuff. At 16, you don't give a shit if she's using a fucking McCulloch chainsaw. It feels good in her mouth. Fuck it.
Right. I think I've said this before. I didn't lose my virginity until I was in college. I was that guy. I'm telling you, I fucking matured way too late.
Pretty early.
For all this shit. And I know you were all in very early.
Oh, I remember getting one from this girl. I was at this, it was at a fucking park in back of a school. And she was hammered on some Bacardi and decided she's just going to like, she was drunk like that chick in Superbad in the bedroom.
Oh, really?
I am going to give you the best blowjob. Look what I got for you. Right. Look what I got. She was that fucked up. And she like kneels in front of me and she also had braces. And it fucking was, I was wincing. I was actually going like wincing, but didn't tell her to stop.
Right.
It's great.
Yeah, that's the quandary, though.
It's like a carrot peeler.
Oh,
it's like a fucking like a cheese grater.
Yeah, here we go. Chisel. Let's go to Chisel in PA.
Morning, boys.
Hi, Chisel.
We used to have a gym teacher that used to, after gym class, come into the shower room and make sure we took a shower before we got dressed.
Oh, yeah. I know those gym teachers, too. Had a few of them.
What?
I'd always scoot out.
Now that you're older, Chisel, you got to think the guy was gay, right?
Oh, well, absolutely.
Because what straight man would give a fuck if you showered after gym class?
Yeah.
And we had this one kid, I think it was in like 8th or 9th grade. He was hung like a horse. And we found out later that it was only in our gym class that he came in to watch us take a shower.
Oh, you wanted to see the big cock kid.
It was I had a
size king.
Yeah, I want to see the guy with the big dick.
Most people know I did a lot of sports, and I was a big time runner in college, and one of the fucking runners was a big cock kid.
Big cock kid?
And we were all like, really? Could you just fucking go over there and shower?
We had one kid in the class, too. He was
big cock kid?
Big cock kid and like full massive pubes and shit. And he's in there and he's showering like a man, like one arm's up. He's under his armpit, his hairy armpit with the bar of soap. And he's just looking around. And he's running his fingers through his hair like, yeah, I'm showering, I'm a man. And all of us are like walking there shaking.
Yeah, you're just happy that you're starting to sprout some pubes.
Just the worst.
Just a couple.
I knew a guy
have that going
in high school, and he was big cock guy. I didn't go to high school with him, but I had heard about because a friend of mine had gone to school with him.
Yeah,
and we're talking one day, and he was telling me, now this is high school, and he was complaining to me that it's a curse to have a big dick because all the chicks complain that it hurt. And I was just like, I'll take the dick. I'll fucking take the dick, dude.
That old gag. Shut the fuck up.
Cut that up.
Find a
Fucking put that in
size queen.
something.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll find a size queen that'll take it.
Exactly.
Wow. Big cock guy in the shower at school.
Jim Norton has arrived. You missed a fine first hour, sir.
Oh, we were just talking about school and maybe my sandwich. And showering and gym class and lesbian gym teachers.
Did you hear what I did?
I know, poor Jimmy. It's on the cover of all the papers.
Looks good.